Okay, good afternoon. So let us continue. So next topic is normal random variable. So normal distribution. It is a continuous probability distribution where most of the scores tend to be closer to the mean. So note, the term normal refers to the fact that this kind of distribution occurs in many different kinds of common measurement. So example, the height of people in population follows a normal distribution. Next is normal random variable, a continuous random variable of a normal distribution. So next we have normal curve. So normal curve represent a normal distribution which is defined by the following probability distribution function. So na formula, f of x is equals to 1 over the standard deviation, the square root of 2 pi times the a is the natural number, power of negative 1/2, close parenthesis, x minus mean over standard deviation squared, where ang kanang murag pronounces mo represent mo na siyang mean distribution, then kanang murag circle ini badly straight sa right, sigma represents the mo ng standard deviation, pi represent the constant is approximately equal to 3.1415, pi ang basa na, then e is the natural number or it is a Euler number approximately equal to 2.71828. Mo yang kuan representation. So standard normal distribution. It is the most common example of a normal distribution with a mean of 0 and standard deviation of 1. So interpretation of scores using the mean and standard deviation. So scores above the mean class. So mean plus standard deviation, the score is the score 1 standard deviation above the mean. Mean plus 2 standard deviation is the score 2 standard deviation above the mean. Then mean plus 3 standard deviation is the score 3 standard deviation above the mean. Then scores below the mean. So mean minus standard deviation is the score 1 standard deviation below the mean. Mean minus 2 standard deviation is the score 2 standard deviation below the mean. Mean minus 3 standard deviation is the score 3 standard deviation below the mean. Okay, example. So determine the approximate location in terms of standard deviation of score x equals 75 that lies in normally distributed set of scores with a mean of 95 and standard deviation of 7.6. So first solution, so determine whether the score is above or below the mean. So so the mean of the set of scores is, as you can see, the figure 95. Unya, the score that we are looking for is x is 75 ang score. Thus, it must lie below the mean. Diba? Mas gamay man siya sa mean. Ang mean 95 niya, x 75, so meaning below siya sa mean. So below the mean. So next, determine the scores. 1, 2, and 3 standard deviations below the mean. Below man, so katong subtract, i-minus na to, kay below the mean man, minus man to ganiha. So 1 standard deviation below the mean. So 1 standard deviation siya below the mean. Then 0 minus standard deviation, mean minus standard deviation, yung mean 95 niya, yung 7.6. So 95 minus 7.6 is 87.4 sa 1 standard deviation. Nya sa 2 standard deviation, di ba, ang formula kay mean minus 2 standard deviation man punto, di ba? So 95 minus 2 times kanang 2, di ba nagsikit ang 2 o kanang standard deviation. So buto sabot ba sa magsikit, multiply. So multiply 2 then multiply ninyo 2 times 0.76, then kuanda yon 95 minus the answer of 2.76. So the answer is 79.8. Okay, so okay, ato sa ipakita ninyo. So aron may bawo mo, so 2 times 2 times 7.6 class is 15.2. Unya, 95 minus 15.2, that is why the answer is 79.8. So next is kung na punta sa 3 standard deviation. I-multiply na po na to 3 ang standard deviation. So 7.6 times 3 class is 22.8. Subtract na yon, 95 minus 22.8. So the answer is 72.2. Okay? So locate the score by comparing it to the scores 1, 2, and 3 standard deviation below the mean. So since ang X class 75, we can observe that this score is less than the mean minus 2 standard deviation equals 79.8 ang answer ito. But greater than siya sa mean minus 3 standard deviation, 72.2. So thus, we can say, class, that the score lies between the score 2 standard deviation below the mean and the score 3 standard deviation below the mean as an inequality. So 75 plus ipatunga na to, unya since 75 mas dako man siya aning 2 0 minus 2q, so nay arrow diha, but I mean mas dako ang 0 minus 2q man ang basa na is 75 is greater than 0 minus 3q but less than 0 minus 2q, because ang 0 minus 2q, di ba, ang 0 minus 2q kay 79.8 man. So mo nang arrow na niya. Ang 0.3q kay ang 72.2 man mo na ang arrow na ni 75. Okay? Ana ra siya. Use ra ang kaning formula kani siya, class, o kani. Kung i-check sa nato daan kung ang score is below the mean ba or above the mean. Nya makita na to ang mean, tanaw na to niya. Ang score ganya kay 95 niya, ang mean kay 95, ang score kay pila gito yung mean ganiha. So ang mean kay 95 niya, ang score 75. So below the mean gyud. Kay below man, so mo na itong gamit nga formula, class. Mean minus Q standard deviation, then mean minus 2 standard deviation, mean minus 3. Pero kung above the mean, so plus sa dato gamitin kani nga formula. Okay? That is the answer. Next, determine the probability density function of normal distribution whose mean is 12 and standard deviation is 3. So determine the function to be used, katong formula ganiha. Since we're looking for probability, basta probability density function gani, use the formula f of x is equals to 1 over standard deviation square root of 2 pi e power of 1/2 times quantity of x minus mean over standard deviation squared. So substitute the given values of the variable. So since mean is 12, standard deviation is 3, we can substitute. So substitute na to, class, muna siya. So 1 over 3 times square root of 2 pi e, niya 1 over 18, niya si x kay wala man, so si mean, di ba 12 si mean, so 12 power of 2, niya standard deviation kay, di ba ang standard deviation kay kuan man 3, so mo nang 3 na ning kining na dire standard deviation man na. Then mo na siya, class, that is the answer. Probability density function raman ang gipangita. So ana ra, you just need to substitute, then that is the final answer. Inyo rang ibutang asa siya. Okay? That is how to solve the probability density function. So next, we have characteristic of a normal random variable. So the characteristics of a normally distributed set of data is a normal distribution is symmetric about its mean. Symmetric meaning equal sila, symmetric. In a normally distributed set of data, the mean will be placed at the center if the data are arranged in ascending order. Moreover, approximately 50% of data is less than the mean, and approximately 50% of data is greater than the mean. So that is why ang mean, class, nasa tunga ang mean. Basta normally distributed set of data kay equal man siya, symmetric, 50-50%. Since the mean median is siya, class. Since the mean and the median na din ang media. By the way, sa normally distributed set of data, class, ang mean, median, ug mode is equal na sila tanan. Are all equal, mean, median, mode, din ang more mode na media, din ang median, then mode. The median and the mode are also located at the middle of distribution. Okay? Take care at the center means that there are more scores located near the center of the distribution, and there are fewer scores found near both ends of distribution. O, kana, makita ninyo, as you can see, characteristic of normal distributed set of data, class, is approximately, set na nadaan, approximately 68.26% of the area of normal distribution is within one standard deviation of the mean. Note that the area of normalization refers to the graphical representation of the percentage, proportion, or probability of normal distribution. As you can see sa figure. Ito nga ang mean niya, 0 plus above the mean niya, 0 minus below the mean. Muna siya nasa tunga. In a given set of data, approximately 68.26% of the scores are located between the scores 1 standard deviation above and 1 standard below the mean. Itong minus o plus. This means that in a normally distributed set of data, a score of data has 68.26% chance of falling within 1 standard deviation from the mean. So when we write this a probability notation, probability of x is, muna siya, ito ganiha, probability of x is greater than below the mean, kani 0 minus q, below the mean mani, but less than above the mean maning 0 plus standard deviation. Okay? O, kana siya. Now, ang kuansad, ang characteristic of normally distributed set, normally, approximately 95.44% of the area of normal distribution is within 2 standard deviation of mean. So in a given set of data, approximately 95.44% of the scores are located between the scores 2 standard deviation above and 2 standard deviation below the mean. 0 minus 2 standard deviation and 0 plus 2 standard deviation. This means that a normal distributed set of data, a score of data has 95.44% chance of falling within 2 standard deviations from the mean. So we may write this probability notation, and siya as a simple class. So probability of x is greater than the 2 standard deviation below the mean and less than 2 standard deviation above the mean. Kana plus. The next, we have ang characteristics such as a normally distributed set of data is approximately 99.74%. 3 standard deviation sad, di ba? Naganiya kay 1 man to Q, then 2Q, 3 karon 3Q na. And again, set of data, approximately 99.74% of the scores are located between the scores 3 standard deviation above and 3 standard deviation below the mean. So, man siyang symbol sad, mas dako man siya sa 3Q mo ng 0 minus 3Q, dako siya na ang iyang arrow na niya. Nga, ang mas dako man ang kanang 0 plus 3Q, so ang arrow na sa 0 plus 3Q. Okay? So, ang 99.70% name mo ng 0.99.7, gimove na siya class 2, basta ganit percent to decimal, ang himuon ni mo siya kuan, I mean, percent to decimal, move 2 places to the right. So, 1, 2. So, that's why 0.9974 na. Ang ganiya sad, move kanina 95.44, move 1, 2. Always yun na siya class, basta percent to decimal, always move 2 places to the left. To the left, ha? To the left. 1, 2. So, 0.9544 din. Kanisad, 1, 2. 1, 2. So, 0.9974. Okay? Next, we have empirical rule. Empirical rule class states that 68.26% of the scores fall with 1 standard deviation away. 95.44 score fall within 2 standard deviation away from the mean. Katoganiya, nya kaning 99.74 scores within 3 standard deviation. So, kaning sa Q, sa 2Q, ug sa 3, Tokyo, 2 standard deviation, 3 standard deviation. Okay? So, outliers, scores that are more than 2 standard deviations away from the mean. For example, a normally distributed set of data has a mean of 5 and standard deviation of 2. The score is 10. Is outlier class because it lies 2 standard deviation above the mean. Then above the mean. Kay mas kuan man siya, 5 good ang yang mean niya. Ang yang score kay 10. So meaning to say, mas dako siya sa above the mean siya kay kuan man ang x kay 10 man, so ang mean kay 5, so mas dako ang x sa 10, so above the mean siya. Next, a normally set of data has mean of 15 niya, standard deviation of 3, then the score is 5. So ang mas dako man ang mean, so therefore extreme outlier because it lies 3 standard deviations below the mean, below siya kay 3 times, di ba, multiply man nato ang kuan, ang mean ay kanang kuan. 3 times 5, 15. 3 times 3, 9. So, mas below the mean yapon siya. So, example. In a normal distributed set of data containing 5,624 scores, 5,624 scores, how many scores are expected to fall within one standard deviation away from the mean? So, ang gipangutana class is 1 standard deviation away from the mean. So, according to the empirical rule, di ba, katugan niya sa 1 standard deviation away from the mean. So, ang yang kuan is 68.26%. To get the number of scores that are within that range class, we get 62 points of 562. So we will just multiply 5,624 class times ang 68.26% kay i-change nimo into decimal, move 2 place to the left. So 1 to mo nang nahimong times 0.6826 is equals to 3,838.9424. So i-kuan siya, i-round up, since 9 naman siya, so nahimong 3,839. Sunod sa point, sa 8.9 man ang sunod, sa point, sa 8, ay, sa point kay basta 5 above gani is maplasan og 1 ang number before. So 8 man iplasan og 1 mong nahimong 9. So 3839. So therefore, around 3839 of the scores class are expected to fall within 1 standard deviation away from the mean. So depende class ha, kung unsa ang i-multiply na to sa percent is depende sa question. Kaya katong 2 standard deviation, lahi man sa tong percent. 3 standard deviation, lahi sa kay tulo raman to ka percent ang gihatag nako ganiha, di ba? So kani, a particularly normally distributed set of data has a mean of 53.88, standard deviation 8.41. Is the score X 34 considered outlier? So the question is, outlier ba daw siya ang 34? So make a plan in solving a problem. So first, a score is considered outlier. Ma-consider sa outlier class kung more than 2 standard deviation away from the mean siya, more than 2. So thus, we should first solve for the scores 2 standard deviation away from the mean and determine whether the given score lie behind this 2. So, di ba, matawag siya as outlier class basta 2 standard deviation away from the mean. So, di ba, ang 2 standard deviation is katong 2, then standard deviation. So, use the formula, kani. 0 plus 2Q is equals to 53.28. Ang mean kay 50.28. Dayon plus 2, unya, 2 kay 2 standard deviation man ya. Times the standard deviation 8.41. 2 times 8.41, 16.82. So, plus 53.8 class. So, 0 plus 2 is 70.1 ang answer. Next. I-minus sa minus na punta kay manam ta sa plus. Or makuha na to. Ang minus ug plus atong gamiton ani. The same ang answer din. I-minus lang nato. 53.28 minus 16.82. So, 36.46. Ato i-compare ang sa number using number line. The mean, the scores 2 stand away from the mean, and the score X are presented in the number line on the next slide. O, di ba? Daraga niya ang 53.28 ang mean sa given. Kung away from the, kung below the 2 standard deviation, 36.46 siya. Unya, kung above the 2 standard deviation, 70.1. So the score 34 class lies lower the score 2 standard deviation below the mean. So ang kaning below 0 minus 2 standard deviation is mas lower siya kay naman sa tunga 50.28. So therefore, the score X class, therefore sa 34 class is an outlier. So outlier siya class kay, as you can see, mas nakita man nato nga sa 34 niya ang 2 standard deviation, mas dako man siya. Mas gani, mas dako. Okay, next is the normal curve. So normal curve class or bell curve. It is a graph that represents the probability density function of normal probability distribution. It is also called the Gaussian curve, named after mathematician Carl Friedrich Gauss. So example, the graph below represents the normal curve where the mean, kaya nga symbol ang ragyo class mina is the mean, and 0 nga na murag badlis is standard deviation. Normal curve or the bell curve. Tanawa diyan, na mean sa tunga niya, 0 plus standard deviation. So, sa pika 0 minus standard deviation na 0 plus 2 standard deviation, 0 plus 3 standard deviation. Then sa left, 0 minus 2 standard deviation, 0 minus 3. So pantay sila, normal curve. So we also have empirical rule. So di ba? The area of the region between one standard deviation away from the mean class is 0.6826. So take note ha, kanang kuan na dyan na siya, exact na dyan na nga kuan, anang area. Then 2 standard deviation away is 0.9544. Katuning ganiha, gi-move na to 2 places to the left or may mas ang decimal. Then 3 standard deviation away is 0.9974. Okay? Mo ni siyang area of the between one standard deviation away from the mean. So kani nasa tong kani 0.6826. Unya ang kaning kuan from the mean 2 standard deviation class away from the mean. So mo na siyang iyang kuan ihang graph sa kuan 0.8544. Then sa between 3 standard deviation away from the mean, so tanan na shade. Okay? So example, what is the area of scores in normally distributed data that is more than 1 standard deviation above the mean? So shade na tong first, shade the region in normal curve that is 1 standard deviation above the mean. So shade na to, di ba kani? Nga to ganyan gipakita ang example. So nasa sa center kani ang 1 standard deviation above the mean. Use the empirical rule to find the area of the given region and find the area of the 1 standard deviation away from the mean by empirical rule. From the empirical rule na siya daan class. So the area of this region is 0.6826. Okay? Okay, since the normal curve is symmetric, di ba symmetric equal, we can obtain the area of the region between the mean and the 1 standard deviation above the mean by dividing 0.626 by 2. So to get the area of the region, divide 626 by 2. So 0.626 divide 2. So 0.3413. 0.3413. So 0.3413 ilan na to? I-divide na to 2 ang katungkuan. 1 standard deviation. Mo man yang 0.6826 class divide by 2. Then to get the area of the region class more than 1 standard deviation above the mean, more than man ang question ganiya. So subtract 0.3413 from 0.5. Since half of the area of the normal is 0.5, di ba? Ang katunga is 1/2 man or 0.5. So i-subtract na to. 0.5 minus 0.3413. Then 3413 class ay sir. So gikan na sa gi-divide na tugto ang katong by empirical rule nga 0.6826. So the answer is 0.1587. So thus the area of the region class more than 1 standard deviation, kung more than above the mean, the answer is 0.1587. Okay? Example number 2. The mean and standard deviation of normally distributed score are 15.8, 2.2 respectively. Construct the normal curve of data. Construct the buhata. Okay, first, isolve sa nato ang 1 standard deviation, 2 standard deviation, and 3 standard deviation away the mean. Okay? Solve na to. 1 standard deviation. So ang plus o minus atong isolve class. Use the formula 0 plus standard deviation, 0 minus standard deviation. 15 plate plus 2.2, 18. Na 0 minus standard deviation, 13.6. Yang 2Q, 15 plus times na natugto ang standard deviation, then add. Then sa minus, i-times na natug 2.2, then subtract 20.2 na 11.44. Sa 3 standard deviation class is multiply sa natog 3 ang standard deviation, and 6.6 times 3, 6.6 plus 15.22.4. Nyatong i-minus sa 15 minus 6.6, 9.2. So, after that, construct the normal curve using the set of scores. So, atong i-construct dahil class using atong mga answer ganiha. Diba? So, normal curve, so ba, ang mean kay 15.8. So, mo ni siya, nasa tunga. Nakatong below ang minus, so 13.6, the 11.4, 9.2. Sa add, 18, 20.2, 22.4. So, mo na siya. That is the answer. Ano na siya, class? Okay? After nanay answer, so i-plot na siya sa normal curve. Ang center, take na mo ni ang mean. Then, kani kaduha is sa right is mo ni ang 1 standard deviation. Then, sunod, ikatulo is 2 standard deviation. Then, last sa right, 3 standard deviation. Then, 3 sa left, mo ni ang 1 below standard deviation, 2 below standard deviation, and 3 below standard deviation. Okay? That's it. So next, we have last is solving problems involving normal random variable. So normal curve or bell curve, kato ganiha, a graph that represents the probability density function of the normal by Gaussian curve named after the mathematician Carl Friedrich Gauss. So kani siya, same ra itong ganiha. So normal curve areas class under empirical rule. To solve the problems involving the normal random variable, we can use the following area and normal curve based from the empirical rule. So atong gamiton the empirical rule ha. So area between the mean and one standard deviation above or below the mean is mo niya makita. Sa above, sa plus yun ang above class. So, 0.3413 din sa below, 0.34 kato ning gi-divide og 2 ha, katong di ba ang i-divide og 2 sa katong kuan first one standard deviation katong percent sa one standard deviation tulo ra man to ka percent gi-divide og 2 katong kuan 68.26 ba I mean 0.6826 divide og 2 next niya sa mean 2 standard deviation below og above ang below nasa left ay kaning nasa left mo niyang above, ano nasa right mo niyang below. Plus, ang above plus, ang below minus. So, kato sa ning kuan. 9. I-divide ka pug 2 tong katong ikaduha nga percent. Okay? Katong 9544 ba? 0.9544 divide og 2. So, 0.4772. Okay, then katong 3 standard deviation, tulo ra man to kabok percent. Okay, divide og 2 sad. So 0.4987 above mo niyang above, nya 0.497 mo niyang below, minus, okay? So example 1. A teacher recorded the weight of his students and a got average of 132.5 kg with standard deviation of 13.4. Assuming that the weights are normally distributed, what percent of students are between 119.1 kilogram and 159.3 kilogram? Okay, solution class. So, we need to construct normal curve or distribution and locate the given weight. So, di ba ang mean is always the center class. Ang mean nga given yung 132.5. Ang mean. Unya, ang gi-ask diri is i-locate nato ang kaning ilahang kuan 119.1 kilogram sunod siya diri niya ang 153.3 kilogram sunod sa idea sa right giunsa man ni shade the area of normal based on the problem. So the problem asks for the percent class of students between 119.1 kilogram and 159.3 kilogram. Thus shade the area between these two weights in the normal curve. To find the area of the region class, so to find the area of the region, add the given areas below. So atong i-add, di ba ang gi-shade kani diri dapita o diri sa pikas. So i-add na to 0.3413 plus 0.478185. So convert decimal to percent, so 0.8185 times 100, so 81.85%, or simply kung percent decimal to percent na sad class, move 2 places to the right na sad 1, 2. So 81.85%. So thus there are 81.85% class of the students who are between 119.1 kilogram and 159.3 kilogram. Okay? If nangutan na mo, giunsa ni siya, gisolve na po nato kaning naibong mga nanay mga number di kato gyapong formula nga 0 minus 0 plus standard deviation, 0 minus standard deviation, 0 plus 2 standard deviation, 0 minus 2 standard deviation, 0 mean minus 3 standard deviation, mean na po 3 standard deviation. Katong tulo ba, gi-plot ba yung diri, kaning 119.1, gi-plot asa sa dapita, mas gamay man, wala man siya na, diri siya dapita na bilong, yung kaning 159.3, diri siya dapita na bilong, i-shade ni siya nga part, kani gi-shade siya, ang 119, gi-shade ang 119, hantod sa 159.3. Nya kung atong bungkagon, darahang gi-shade diri kanina pita sa 0 minus standard deviation o sa 0 plus standard deviation. Apil ang mean. So gi-add lang silang duha para makuha ang ilang area sa region. So final answer, since percent magipangita, so atong change percent to decimal, always just move 2 places to the right 1, 2, or just simply times 100. So 81.85%. Okay? Example number 2. The average price of carrots was 60.5 per kilogram with standard deviation of 2.4 for the last 3 months. If the price is normally distributed for 90 days, what percent of 90 days when the price was above 62.9 pesos? 62 pesos and 9 centavos. So construct the normal curve gyapon class. Same, ang mean kay 60.5, standard deviation kay 2.4. Solve gyapon class ang katong mean minus standard deviation and mean plus standard deviation. Then mean plus 2 standard deviation and mean minus 2 standard deviation. Then mean minus 3 standard deviation, mean minus 2. And solve dayon. Then i-plot dayon ang iyang answer dayon. Asa na bilong ni 62.9. Then after that, i-shade na to asa dapit ang gi-shade. Aning 62.9. So the problem asked for 290 days that the price was above 62.9%. Those shade the area 62.9 and above. So to find the area class, subtract the gain in below from 0.5. So since naman siya diri dapita class, di ba? Ang katungaan ni kay 0.5 man. So that is why subtract na to 0.5 minus 0.343. The answer is 0.1587. So the answer is 15.57 times 100, or just move 2 plus 2 right, 1, 2, so 15.87%. So those 15.87% class of 90 days that the price was above 62 pesos and 9 centavos. Okay? That's it. Thank you.